Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for another amazing artist spotlight and one of the highest energy and best live musical performances we have yet to experience on an artist spotlight. This month, we spotlight the unstoppable force of nature, Ross Martian, alongside another artist spotlight first. Our first co-host that Artist Spotlight has ever had, and that is no other than the amazing, the dynamic, the super chill and positive vibin, electrifying Mike from CimaDOWN. Cima. This month's spotlight is Ross Martian, a musical powerhouse hailing from Liverpool, England. Bringing the thunder to the streets of England as a busker, this multi-talented artist isn't just confined to music. He's a master chef, whipping up not only beats, but also the culinary delights in the kitchen. Who is this guy? As if that wasn't interesting enough, he's an MMA fighter, showing his strength in the ring just as he does with his multi-instrument prowess, mastering 14 different instruments. If music could ever be a painting, watching Ross perform is like watching a master artist breathe life into canvas. And each beat he delivers, jumping between instruments and his looping station. His guitar, looping station. Congas, looping station. Piano, looping station. Drums, you get my point. It's a straight up masterpiece being unveiled on a silver platter to satiate the musical cravings within us all. And we have that this month on Artist Spotlight. So buckle up and join us for this unbelievable and unforgettable experience. As CimaDOWN joins me as a co-host and Ross Martian takes the stage and shares his incredible story and jaw-dropping live performances. This is Artist Spotlight, now streaming on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and on all streaming platforms. So don't miss this month's Artist Spotlight.
I'm Ross Martin. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter, a beatboxer, street performer, and a drummer. I'm here with the Music District, discovering new music and pioneering music's future in Web3, one broadcast at a time. Whoa.
Hey, I'm just Mike with CimaDOWN here. We are working with musicians and artists to produce events and bring people together in Web3. Okay. I'm here with musicdistrict.io, discovering new music and pioneering music's future in Web3, one broadcast at a time. Let's go!
Yeah, brother. I'm excited, bro. I am super excited to spend the next hour with you, man. I have so many questions. I mean, I did a lot of research, and I mean, as much research as I could. But outside of these videos that you have on YouTube, you know, there's not a whole lot. So I do have some real good, interesting questions because I'm sure your fans who are out there who love you as much as I'm growing to love you have these very same questions about you, man. Like, where's your website?
Oh yeah, I've had many and just failed in different names and different stuff, and yeah, just slowly trying to rebuild to where I'm at now.
So the idea is here, man, we believe in you. That's why I'm spending time, an effort and energy and technology to come here and to get your music heard by more people. As we get started, again, my name is Rollo from the Music District. This is the Artist Spotlight with Ross Martian. Ross, why don't you do a quick introduction? Let the people know who you are.
I am a singer-songwriter, beatboxer, drummer enthusiast, musical weirdo. For many years, I stood on street corners and dingy bars making sounds with my mouth in exchange for cash. And I've got a little loop station which helps me, keeps going. And then from there, depending where you are, what vibe, say we're in a nice little chill cafe,
keeps going.
So you get the idea of what we have there.
Yeah, this is going to be the best hour ever, bro. Yo, I cannot believe it. So the people who may be listening on radio, this was all live. So these aren't pre-recorded sounds that Ross is making. He's doing this all in real time, which quite honestly is fucking amazing to watch. Why don't you tell us a little bit about like how you got started in music?
Because so yes, I'm in Liverpool, England. I'm sort of not too far from the city centre. I used to be a street performer in the city centre, so it's one of the reasons why I sort of fell in love with the city centre of here, of Liverpool. And yeah, my music came from a drummer. I was originally a drummer. I was a session drummer all through my 20s and traveling around doing different things, and always played guitar and had the beatbox. And it wasn't till sort of my mid-20s, late 30s, well, mid-20s, late 20s that I sort of started to morph everything that I created into one, really.
This is going to be a really interesting artist spotlight because we're going to have CimaDOWN. Cima, you there, buddy?
Hey. All right.
Yes.
Why would it do just my back? Why was it doing my background in that?
I don't ask those questions. I don't know.
Whatever.
Whatever. So, all right, look, because I was just to bring you up to speed. You know, we came in. Ross introduced himself real quick. I'm excited, bro. To have you, Mike. Like I said, I've never had a co-host on an artist spotlight, so this is new as much for us as it is for me. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing the dynamic, you know, and just the energy and cool. You know, and I'm really excited to put this out. So Ross introduced himself. Cima, introduce yourself to everybody. We are going to be broadcasting across the Web3 Music Network, which is now in 55 countries. It's on national, international radio, and also over in 100 different virtual environments. Yeah, we're growing, bro. And also now on Roku and Apple. So it's exciting. So let the people know. Let the people know who you are. Cima.
I'm CimaDOWN, man. I what people say call me CimaDOWN because that is the company name, and they just started calling me as a nickname. But really, my name is Mike. I live in New Jersey of the US of A, and getting into doing a lot of cool things with musicians and artists and festivals and events. And we're here today to talk about this lovely man I've met doing hosting some shows on Twitter. We were doing some open mics. We came across this guy, Ross Martin, and next thing I know, I fell in love with his music and his personality, and we're here hanging out now, and we're about to showcase this lovely gentleman on the Music District.
Artist spotlight.
Yeah,
baby. Let's fucking go. Let's go, man. So, you know, it's funny. Just before you came in here, Ross and I were talking about how he was a street performer.
Yeah.
And, you know, back almost 20 years ago, I think I might have mentioned it to you, Ross, but I started that company called Subway Records.
Yeah, we spoke that.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about making a comeback with that, but it'd be kind of cool to maybe this is something you could be a part of.
Definitely, yeah.
You know,
you had mentioned that to me real briefly. I think it actually is a kind of a cool idea of maybe extending that thing that you did there, because, you know, I mean, what better guy here than the professional busker?
Can we talk about that for a little bit? Like here in New York, they have a program called Muni, Music Under New York, and it's actually run by the MTA. But it's the purpose of Muni is to promote ridership, not to support artists, right, or the music. When I came into this idea of actually promoting and helping these artists sell music, it did not go over well, mainly because I think it came across to them, you know, maybe I might have been stepping on their turf or whatever, you know, but it's a very close knit, controlled thing in New York, where it's even if I wanted to offer my services to the MTA, they would actually have to offer it because they are a a government agency, they have to put out a proposal for everybody to, you know what I mean? They can't just be like, yeah, we love what you do. You have 20 years of experience doing this shit. Yeah, you could do it. No, before they do that, they got to put it out to everyone. And then you know how that goes politically, you know? Is it like that in Liverpool?
No. Liverpool is very, what do I say? They have their own mind here. So we did have a point where they tried, so the council came down, stopping different stuff, and people just sort of came down, realized it wasn't a police matter, it was the council. Then they brought a licensing thing came in, and you had to have a peddler's license, and it kind of got scrapped a little bit. But then when you go towards London and the major cities, you still have certain parts that are classed as no man's land. So you can go bust there, and legally there's nothing they can do because it's not a police matter. There was like a buskers society where Liverpool, this we're talking about a few years ago now, a lawyer ended up helping get involved, and so basically had to make street performing available on the streets of Liverpool. And, but it's when you get towards the major cities, that's when it gets more tight knit and more, like I'd say, in certain parts. But you can still, a lot of people just get up and rock and play guitar and just play away.
So you technically would need a license these days to do it in busy places?
Yes and no. Yes and no, because you can get away. It's when they bought London, so you've got certain parts of London, the class as Westminster and Camden Market. It's like, it's so bohemian, the world's there, you've got so much art going on. And it's more to do with noise level now, really. But you can still have there's stories of people still having the permit and getting moved on, and so you can apply to play in the tube stations.
Here in New York, they have a tryout once a year, or
same thing in London. Yeah,
they do. Who runs that program?
It's just the Liverpool City Council. Because Liverpool, you can literally just rock up, and go play. It's completely different sort of rules, depending obviously where you're playing as well. If you go to L1, then it's like the main city centre, but they have pianos out in summertime anyway. You can just go sit there and rock up and play anyway.
Just mastering all these instruments that you have, and just Liverpool influence. Thinking about like Echo and the Bunnymen. What would you say some of those bands that influenced your music and that creation with all those instruments that you're looping?
Like Echo and the Bunnymen, they're one of Liverpool's favorites. They sell it every time here. They're absolute. But I'd say it's a real mix from everything from reggae to Liverpool's very open to its music. You've got your main city centre where you've got your classic pop music, but it's very always open. Like, and we had the Beatles here, so it's like that's another thing that I get laughed at, being from like, oh, you like the Beatles, and you're like, no, you don't understand. Like, a lot of the dance music that's here, there's a big dance scene from drum and bass to deep house. There's a big dance music scene, and from Creamfields to from commercial dance music to everything. So it's such a vibrant city. It is such a vibrant city for music, but for me, that's such a question change every day. The Black Keys, another band that are I'm kind of probably obsessed.
I brought my father to see the Black Keys 2 years ago. We went to see them in Philadelphia. It was really rocking, man. They were really good. Yeah, they really were, man. They really had a great show. The Twitter space like almost a month ago now, and you started playing some Black Keys, and I was like, all right, I already liked this guy before.
That's what led me, that sound of the Black Keys. It was like going, all right, there's two people. I can get there with just me, I reckon. I reckon if it's just two of them, like, it can be done.
And who knows? You might meet your match one day. You'll have like, a duo of your own, or maybe not. Maybe just be a solo act, right?
It'd be amazing to have someone with just many more instruments, just being like, right, okay, let's see what
you mastered, you said 14 instruments, speaking of instruments, right? My question is, I believe, with instruments, it happens at a young age to be able to learn that many instruments. So at what age did you learn your very first instrument?
My very first instrument, wow. There's a recording of me at the age of 3 or 4 singing a song about the blind statue that he could not see. I'm the youngest of 5 brothers, and my older brothers did songs like Ice Cream, you scream, everyone screams, ice cream. And then my dad was completely like blown away that I'd sit there and had this whole song that I just freestyled about the blind statue. And so I'd say the singing was the very first thing that didn't really play off till many years later, because I wrote many songs, but I just didn't really have the sound voice that I wanted until I eventually accepted it. So yeah, that's definitely one of them. Like,
that's cool. Do you have that video still?
No, my dad's got the recording of it still, and yeah, he's got it somewhere there that he says, you know, when we
gotta find that. We gotta find that.
That's gold right there.
Oh, and it was on the old the old what's it called? That came on the old tape, the old like tape deck thing. So
so at the age of 3, right? So yeah, that really does explain. So once you're able to learn this instrument, or just any instrument, that's why I think it's so important, especially for anybody who's out there listening right now who has kids, or this is a great age, you know, as these kids are growing up, get them off the fucking laptops and the computers, put them behind a piano, you know, put them behind a guitar, do
simple fingers,
anything.
a maraca, and we don't like something. My dad used to joke with this, and so he'd have a song, and he'd be there, and we'd all be like. Do you know what I mean? It was one of the things, get into it, and we had rhythm that we built into us, sneakily got it into us, we didn't even know. So like, it's definitely a way to feel the rhythm and say, come on, you get me stomping. It does, it's like gets music, and that's the first taste of music, of having fun. Like, do you know what I mean? That's one thing people forget about. It's like,
you have siblings? I'm sorry.
I'm the youngest of 5 boys. Yeah.
5 boys. Wow.
Yeah.
And what are your brothers? You guys still close, or?
Yeah, yes and no. You know, we're all grown up, all different things. There's only 2 of us that do music, and we are the complete opposite ends of music.
Okay.
Can you walk us through a typical, like, do you have songwriting process, or is it just like in the moment type of stuff? Which is
I do have a few different types of it all comes down like who I'm working with as well, and depending on what I'm doing. I've got songs that I've written. The stuff on my SoundCloud, I'm stepping away from because I designed it for a band. I've wanted for ages to have a full band and thing, and that was my dream, to have a full band and thing, but I could just never get that. So slowly musicians, different ones dropped off, and different ones, different things, and families and work and life, and I just had to keep going. And and then as COVID happened, I went back to cooking and being a chef, and trying to do my music at the same time as well.
Oh, you're a chef.
I'm a chef by trade.
All right.
That's awesome. By trade.
So you cook it up in the music, and you're also cooking it up in the kitchen.
I'm constantly feeding people, whether it's their mouth and their ears. Like, I'm constantly feeding.
That's great. You should be called the chef. the musical chef. So when you approach like composing a piece of music, and when you have so many instruments at your disposal, do you plan on using them like before you start writing, or is it because the instruments are there, you decide to include those instruments in the songwriting process?
Bit of both. Sometimes it can be I've fallen in love with something and I'm playing around that. It varies as well. I go very off crowd. I love playing to crowd. I love like stopping and going, what's your favorite style? And they go, well, hip hop. You're like, hip hop. So you put it in. What's your thing? They go, death metal. And you're like, okay, well, and it's like, then you put it all together, build it, and everyone's like, whoa, what's going on? And then build it from there, and then see what you can happen, and then grab someone like, what's your favorite quote of the day? And they're like, what? And you're like, fuck off. And you're like, okay. And then you do a whole song about that, like, and it's like just little things. And but then I do have songs that I've written that I've always wanted to personally perform, but they've slipped away from not having a band, and they don't sound how I want to sound with a loop station. You have to build it in this level that it's not the same thing. It's you don't really play the guitar first with a loop, and then, do you know what I mean, you build around it. It's one of those things. It's very different to the sound. So it's there's many different ways. With as many instruments I can get, I keep on falling in love with all different instruments. I'll find something, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a drummer, and I'm like, oh, I fucking hate the drums. So I'm a beatboxer.
So would you say the drum is your favorite instrument?
Drums has been that was my very, very first instrument that I learned to really craft and entertain and showcase what my talent was. drums was, my dad was a bass player. My brother Leo played piano, so he needed a drummer. I wanted to play bass like my dad. He's like, nah, I need a drummer. How are we going to jam? And like, so it was, when we were younger, that was the thing with drums and the obsession of beats and beatboxing with a friend in school. And drums was the very first instrument that I just, I could stick over. Rhythm was everything. And slowly, I always wanted to play bass and guitar. And then when I went traveling, I couldn't take my drum kit with me. It's one of the things that it was like, oh no. So I picked up a guitar and took the guitar with me. And then that's when the whole beatbox and playing guitar and the other factor and being in another country and going, I just made enough money to live for a month, and I just played what's going on, and do you know what I mean? And that was kind of thing, was like in my 20s doing that, and like just through traveling around, and that was the first kind of seed of it. And then through that, once I was sort of in my mid-20s, I was a session drummer, traveling busker, beatboxer, musician, weirdo, and just anything I could try and have. I was just anything I could be involved in, and the session drumming came from having a love of either good music or bad music. So I was never fussed what I was playing. People were like, you playing this? I'm like, sweet.
Yeah.
It's the same beat as bloody this anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, so
so that beatboxing for you was sort of like a way to continue on with the beat without having to bring the drums with you. So how long did it take you
man? Sorry, I didn't mean that.
No, go ahead, buddy.
I was just saying, it's a total hack. I mean, he just figured out to hack the system there. I mean, he saved himself money and time and energy and still makes amazing music. So what a hack. Life hack 101.
It's the loop station. I mean, for years I didn't have a loop station, so for years it was the entertainment factor and just having the microphone. And when you research into it, it was designed for DJs originally, and the loop in it wasn't really the first asset from it that they were going off. It wasn't until afterwards they were like, oh wow, this has become a centerpiece for beatboxers and loop station, loop artists now. And they just absolutely. And then the new MK2 is just mind blowing.
So in the future, when you see us looping things inside of Artist Spotlight, it's going to be because of you. Sure. So talk to me a little bit about like one of your most memorable performances. Are they like, I mean, where have you traveled? Like, where have you gone?
Okay. From the age of 18, I moved to Italy. I was in a band in my teens called the Silhouettes. We did really well. I was a drummer, full-time drummer for them. And this was the first time teaching me about what songwrites were. And we did a tour. We supported Baby Shambles. It was a really good little thing where it was really good. I was young. I didn't know what was going on. Sorry.
What kind of music was it?
It was like sort of rock and roll, but like 60s, 70s vibe, that Liverpool indie 60s, 70s vibe of like modern with a real, and the two brothers that were in a band with it, genius songwriters, but that taught me a lot about being, oh right, I was just literally a drummer. I got paid drummer. And so I got the tour money, got different bits, but I didn't get what they were getting. I was like, wow, that was what really made me a taste of it, of being like, oh wow, okay, I was just a drummer. Like, okay, so I need to pick a guitar. I need to do some other stuff. I was always creative. I was always able to play bits. Like my brother Leo, he was the piano, guitar, bass player. So he was always wanting to show me stuff, and used to get really annoyed because I'd take over him. And he'd be like, no, learn this instead. And I'd be like, take over him. And he'd be like, no. So it's like, real change from it of what I had from it.
That's pretty cool, man. Were you going to say something, Cima?
Oh, no, I don't think so. Maybe if I was, I forgot. So,
so I know you spend a lot of time on X. How are you using social media to connect with your fans on I guess it's now global, right? Because now I hear you're coming to New York to do a tour.
Yeah, so it's kind of I wouldn't say so much a tour. It's kind of we're still building bricks and still trying to find and create. And I've got a few little things lined up, me and Cima, and a few other bits that still just we're still just trying to figure out what's going on. It's helping me take that leap back into music. Sort of my sound is America. Like on my SoundCloud, I don't like probably in the total of England, I have probably maybe 5,000, 7,000 plays. But if you go towards the States and other countries, I've got in one sort of half of America, I've got over 53,000 separate plays from different people. Wow. So it's like, that's the thing that I'm going like, wow, what's going on? So yeah, that's one of the things that when I had the opportunity and someone else said, oh, there's this in this, I'm like, okay, you know what? Okay, well, let's try again. Let's see what goes on with this and see what comes out from it. And what
I can't wait, man. I think it's going to be exciting. Hitting the road with you and get on there and just be able to play, watch you play and amongst crowds and helping you get the crowds excited. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun, man, seeing the country with you, man, and like getting all the footage we can possibly get around the country. It's going to be pretty awesome, man.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be really wild.
We might not have everything booked, but like with his skill of being able to busk, I'm pretty confident that we're going to find some good places where we could go and, get some crowds. That makes me wonder, what's the biggest crowd you've ever had?
I've got different on my Instagram. If you scroll past the lovey-dovey stage of me and my partner, there's I've got one.
I laugh because I was on your Instagram page and I did see all those things.
That's what I say. Like screaming toe when I fell in love.
I got a finger cramp. I was like, this guy really loves this girl.
So it's one of the things where it's like, it was kind of during after the COVID thing, but before that, I've played various festivals and gigs and different things, from sessioning, from working with different bands, and biggest one. Wow, I haven't played sellout.
Even if it was a free crowd, like even if it was just a busking crowd.
I'd say, the busking style. I'll dig out some videos on there. There's ones of like complete. Me and another rapper and another beatboxer got given served ASBOs, which is obstruction. Antisocial something, but basically we got told off by the police for creating too much noise and too much obstruction, and basically there was way too many people there than there should have been. That was one time. Another time was through when just the end of COVID, and they let us everyone out and we could come out to people were allowed to come out, and they put curfews on, and there was like one little bit of like between 10 and 11 that people were all out and just vibing, enjoying themselves, and me and the saxophone player were like, yeah, man, like, we're really skint. We just spent ages as musicians trapped, not being able to play. Let's define a bit. Let's go out. Yeah. We end up playing and end up hitting the papers of just way too many people. And we didn't mean to. We were just trying to make some money, but it turned into the police coming down and telling us to get lost and getting threatened with a £10,000 fine. And end up being
that must have been so exciting. The energy from that crowd must have been amazing.
Do you know what? So nighttime is it's a vicious time. You've got drunk people, you've got coked up people, you've got whatever, you've got the crackheads, you've got the homeless, you've got mental health, you've got everything. So it is one of those most craziest times, but the most amazing, because people walking past and you're like, and they're just like, yeah, and you're like, and before you know it, he's dancing. All his boys are dancing there. We're like, that fucking, they're going away, putting money in. We're like, hey, like, and then before you know, you've got a crowd. Everyone's like, yeah, this guy. And you have like little bursts of like 20 minutes to half an hour, and then they just disperse and chill, and you're back to doing your thing, chilling, and then you're back to your thing, and you catch the next person. And then back in again, and sometimes you can have.
I can't wait to witness
for 3-4 hours.
I can't wait to witness this. Like in person, I want to see this happen. I want to help bring those crowds together. That's gonna be fun, man.
Oh, we became a thing where you go that little cheeky little 2 hours, you could make 300-400 quid. Just that little bit of happening of just people, masses of just going home on that last bit of vibe with their phone to fill their friends, and they're dancing, they're having fun, and do you know what I mean? It was always that thing, like, and whether it was making money, it was sometimes just the feeling of to watch someone change the whole thing and fall in love or hate you because what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? People literally just hate you, but then also it filters out with the people that just generally love it. So it's kind of like,
Okay. I love this studio that you got going on right here, man. I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. I mean, you have instruments, you got your loop station, you got your mics. Why don't you give us a little taste, man? Yeah, let's get a little taste, bro. Let's share with the people all the why you are so special. You know what I mean?
Okay. Well, this is some bits from the back of my brain that we're going to do, and Check 1 2. Yeah, we're all good. Just a little. Different things that we find ourselves stuck in worries and without health. I'm wondering if it's money as well, and though we find ourselves as well, and we go, we do the same thing tomorrow. And then I wonder left to say, I'm not finding everywhere. I was told to sit the door, I was told to left in school. Yes, and we don't. Yeah, I always say that we want with me. Well, there's something, and it's left on the things we said describe, and the torture that they put us on the news. We things with our lives. I'm told, yeah, I can't live to say. Find a way, there's something you need. There's different things we can say, there's different ways that we can teach. Remember, we've all lived it, but we never tasted in other ways now. Oh, 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 oh.
Yo, my God, bro. Let's go.
Let's go.
Wow, man.
Huh.
My God. And that voice of yours is just, I mean, the beatbox isn't great, but that voice, it's good.
Yeah, he hits those notes nicely, man.
Yeah, my God, man. I'm really excited for your future, brother. I'm excited for you right fucking now. You know what I mean? Like, I am super excited. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Ross Martian, baby, right here on Artist Spotlight. We're going to have your QR code up there so people could scan you, find you on YouTube. Follow him on X. Look for him for when he comes to your town. And,
Well, let us know if he wants to come to your town. Let's go.
yeah, man. Well. Yeah. Because that really does bring us to one of my next questions is, you guys are going on tour and Cima, you probably know best, right? Because this is what you do. But I would think there would be other artists that would be interested, like artists that are, as good as as Ross here, swinging into town and doing an hour, 2 hour sets and banging out and going to the next town. Have you discussed maybe combining forces with some other artists on this potential tour of yours?
We have, yeah. We've been looking, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a couple. I got a couple of musicians I'm talking to in New York. He's talking to a couple other places, I believe, right?
Yeah,
Colorado and stuff, right? Yeah, we've been definitely chatting with some people. I do need to hit up some more, but we were just trying to decide on the dates and get the dates straight so we know exactly who to tell when we're coming to be where and all those good things.
That's good, man. Have you done any collaborations with any other artists in Web3?
Little bits, done little bits with Artistry. Nothing sort of set in stone. We both sort of have our own sort of separate thing, but we were meant to meet up again and do more stuff, but I've been so crazy busy. So when I get back, I'm going to sort of take him out, show him busking, show him how to sort of make some money on the streets of what he's got with his sound. We were meant to be doing a bit sooner, but a few things sort of fell into place. So it looks like that this summer may not be around, obviously, but we'll go from there.
Right.
Yeah, because I was going to say, the evolution of music, one of these things is like, how do you see your music evolving in the next years? I mean, I can't imagine it evolving anymore past 14 instruments beyond what you just played in front of us right now. Right now, people are consumers, literally. They consume and they absorb what they want and they toss what they don't. And there's very little mutual sort of energy exchange. Like I always say, music is a byproduct, of the positive energy that is exchanged in these moments. These concerts also in the future are going to be almost community driven, and music's there with the artist that brought them all together. It's just a deeper relationship. You know what I'm saying? What is your ultimate goal as a musician? I say that because most people always say, I want to be signed by a fucking label, but you are Web3 now. So what is it that your ultimate goal is?
For me, my ultimate goal is just to be able to, just to play big gigs and play shows and just make people smile and create an energy for what I've spent years creating. That I feel like that I've got this for the people. And that's it really, is just at a place that I don't know, that my music's taken so many different directions in my life that I just want to be able to live a life that I feel really comfortable helping people with my music. I
love this energy, bro. I tell you, this is what it's about. Like, we did something with Cypher, we did something with Klejan, he's a trap violinist, Kaguya, I think we did an artist spotlight, and Sozi we did an artist spotlight on, Emma Miller. And so ideally at some point what will happen is we will have an artist spotlight music festival, because the energy behind these artists, and the talent is just so fucking extreme that doing a 1 hour spotlight doesn't do it justice. Like the energy and the power of what it is that you're putting into this music for us, and even for yourself, it's just absolutely fucking incredible, man. So thank you so much.
That'd be amazing. I'd love to do that. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Cima, maybe you could help me with that. We could plan.
I
that
would
like
definitely be into that. I mean, because especially since you work with so many awesome musicians, I would love to nothing more to support that, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're so good. They're so good. You know? Cypher, we just did our last artist spotlight on. He actually hit a Bitcoin in his music.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Yeah, and
wow.
Yeah, it's wild. So everybody is like going through his music, trying to find clues to uncover the Bitcoin, which is worth over like 65 grand.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. One of the things
is so good, he doesn't need to put Bitcoins in his music.
I'll just say there is, so they just look for ages for it. Like,
well, yeah, there's a Bitcoin in there somewhere. Good luck.
Yeah. Fucking crack it, Jack. You crack it, Jack.
Really, really good. I hit it really, really good.
It's in there. It's like Prego.
Yeah, semi-genius figured out there.
One of the things that we do here on Artist Spotlight is we ask an artist to recommend another artist in Web3 that you've experienced some sort of musical connection with, that could use the support, and something that you're sharing your platform on right here, right now, to support another artist. And that's essentially the type of energy that we want to, really promote here in Web3. So is there an artist that you would like to promote?
I'd say Artistry, if he's not been promoted already by you guys. That Artistry. He's an amazing singer-songwriter and an absolute genius at lyrics, and really good vibe, really good his own songs. Do you know what I mean? And that's someone I definitely put forward to listen to. Definitely.
Yeah, man. I have a good story. I love Artistry. A good story about him and I. Probably about almost 6. I have no sense of time. I think it could have been a year ago. I don't know. It could have been last week.
7 months.
I have no idea.
I can also vouch. He was my co-host on Deep Notes for close to a year, something like that. He showed up all the time, was very supportive, always shared music, brought a lot of great people around. So
always a really good vibe,
man.
Well, shout out to Artistry, man. 100%. Shout out to Artistry.
My ADHD was at peak. So I was just like,
full blast.
Wow! And just like
that
going
is
off.
Crazy, dude. I don't understand how you do that so effortlessly. Oh man, there's certain people that can't even find the power button on their computer. That's sick, brother. Great way for you to engage with your fans. I believe they're out there. There's a lot of them out there. I think just corralling them up or having a place to where you could capture that information is something that's very important for you as you evolve as an artist. You put so much time into your art, and now it's, from me to you, it's now time to really start warehousing and capturing some of the information of these fans. Have you released any NFTs?
I haven't. No. I've been nagged and jumped on, and people I've got with a friend wants me to release NFT music, and he's like, just help get it minted, get you some money, and then fun enough, I set an account up to do it, and then I lost my phone, it got stolen. So I had to shut all that down, and I'm getting a nightmare because it's the coded thing I'm going through at the moment.
Yeah. For example, you have an NFT. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You sell the NFT, that NFT is 100% yours, right? Whatever money you make on that. And then there's a native token, right? Which basically represents your publishing rights. So what you could do is you could, in exchange for the service, rather than coming out of pocket cash, right, on a song that really is brand new. And I'm talking of this in real time.
Yeah, not cool.
So what would happen is, okay, I have a broadcast company. I could broadcast that song out for you. I could find a lot more people that are going to like this song.
Is this like saying the same thing like a radio station would pay like those companies to use music? That would kind of, instead of paying a company to use all of the music, they would pay each artist for the usage of their music. Is that what that is? Like they pay for that usage, the rights to use that music in their radio or in their videos or something.
So it's the rights that are held by the songwriter, right? And the composers over one musical composition, right? So the rights basically allow whoever holds the publishing to control the use of the music. They receive royalties. They ensure that they're compensated when their work is used commercially. So to your point, anytime that song is played, right, even though I don't own the NFT, I could earn royalties on that. You know, the types of publishing rights could vary. There's mechanical rights, there's performance
Of course,
rights,
yeah. Well, yeah.
there's synchronization rights,
marketing and all stuff.
Yeah,
so,
there's print rights, you know. So
I mean, if it was done where you were showing that what the percentage is paying towards. So it's like if you work out as if like you're taking a certain percentage from that, but then you say, but then this percentage is actually paying towards that. So it's like,
Rallo, would you talk about this is like fractionalizing, like the music? Like if you fractionalize like a property, like a house, and then multiple people bought into that house, it would be something like that. Is it where like multiple people are able to benefit from? So like if they buy in and he makes like whatever, say he sells 10 of these NFTs to people, those people have. They basically get a percentage of whatever he does with that song. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay. So I was thinking it was more like they were buying the rights to use it. They're actually buying in to be a supporter and then to be like as an investor. I see. More as an investor. Right.
Right. It's you got it exactly right. It's like fractionalization of music publishing rights. The fractionalization of publishing rights, which I see as the future of where the big opportunity is for artists. Because let's say if I have publishing rights like that, then why would I not get his music licensed and put into movies?
Right.
Okay. So yeah, sorry, I kind of went off tangent here, but
that was good.
Yeah, man.
Pre-recording, you could edit out the extra stuff.
I don't know. It's all pretty interesting. I'm sure people want to hear about it. I mean, that's how we learn, So I think a lot of these artist spotlights are not only to feature the artists, but to feature the conversations that are actually pushing forward, Web3 music, which is awesome. Is there a fun fact real quick about yourself that your fans might not know, Russ?
At what certain point of the year you can catch me fighting locked in a cage doing MMA?
No shit. Oh my God. That's pretty cool, man. Hey, I like that. Hey, Cima, what about you?
What do I do MMA? No, I don't do MMA.
Not you. You're a lover, not a fighter.
SLT, sleep long time.
That I should have asked, being that you're really good buddies with Ross, that people probably would like to learn about Ross.
I mean, I think we cover a lot of it. You can see like the things that attract me to this guy is like his fun nature. I mean, even when he's not grooving and making music, he seems he's always in a good attitude, good energy, lots of fun. I mean, his silly nature is something I really appreciate because I could be definitely silly too. And it's great, man. It's a great energy this guy has. So I don't know. I think as long as people get that and get that his music's amazing, I would love it if we had. Do we have time to do one more song even maybe, or is that too much?
I'm game. I mean,
let's go. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, man. I always got time for that.
Yes, Ross is planning going on a tour. Yes, we plan to be right now. We're loosely talking about having Ross being in New York and the New Jersey area, Northeast here, at the very end of July, and then we're talking about driving west along the northern states, maybe hitting Chicago and Detroit, maybe even Toronto, continue across, maybe down Seattle. So if you are an artist, or if you know location near you, maybe a bar or a coffee shop or someplace that Ross should be featured, and then during that time in the end of July to the end of September or beginning of September, somewhere around there, for that month of time, we're going to be hitting the road. We'd love some suggestions. We'd love to meet other artists and see you in your town and come hang out with you. And so, yeah, that's the best I got. But I just want to make sure that message is out there if we can put that in there.
100%, brother. One of the things that that we might want to look into, I think would be awesome, because we do know a lot of these Web3 artists, and maybe what you could do is share the map kind of determine where all these artists are. I found, you know, so for example, you could circle the map and say, look, if you're on this path and you're a Web3 artist,
right,
you
let's get up.
Let's hook up, because I think you can get into these venues by offering them free advertising, the ability to market and promote their venue across a network, you know, that includes TV and radio and international. And if we have to put in some commercials, I mean, we have to, because it's like anything else when you're dealing with Web3, especially with live streaming and broadcasting. In IRL, they want people to come there to, you know, drink beer, order food, drink their drinks, you know what I mean? Stay there late and spend money, you know? And so one of the things that we could do, I mean, if artists like Ross are showing up there and performing, it's I think it's a tremendous opportunity for that venue to consider 2 or 3 people to host one night, you know. And you know, this Web3 crowd, I mean, think about it, you could double, you could triple your crowd, because now you're reaching out to the audience of not only yourself but the 2 other artists that are in that town. So I don't know, I think that's really good. There has to be more of a strategic sort of, you know, collaboration, especially as Web3. You don't want to hit the road like Web2, because it's old school. It doesn't work anymore. You'll just drain out and get tired and become a drug addict.
I love the idea. I think that if I had a pitch we could put together where I'd be able to offer the ability to you know, promote this through you as well, through the music district. You know, I think that would give them a wider audience. Hey, yeah, we're going to stream this. It's going to be, you know, seen at, you know, by multiple people across the, you know, multiple different networks and stuff. There you go. You know, now you guys, that makes we could do like, okay, yeah, play. We'll open up a spot for you to play, and then there we go. We'll put your name on it. Give us your logo. We'll put it out with it like you're doing here. That's an easy sell, especially if we're not trying to make money. You know, maybe they'll even throw us a few bucks for that, because hey, listen, we'll promote, we'll play some music, we're gonna entertain your people.
Yeah,
you know? There's good potential.
You know, people have to have perceived value. If there's no perceived value, then what the fuck are we doing?
Right.
As much as you want to help people, I mean, but this is time, this is energy, this is money. You know, it's your gas money, you know, it's your food, it's your hotel. I mean, there's people understand that there's money going into getting you there. Yes, to promote your, you know, your music, but you're there performing for all those people that are there.
Right.
And you know, whether it's $5 or $10, I mean, there's got to be some sort of fucking investment on the community, on the fans, and there has to be that heightened responsibility in order for music to sort of resurrect itself out of the shit fucking box that we're in right now. So, you know, it's really important to continue that education, but not only just with more with fans, more with the community than with artists. Artists, keep doing what the fuck you're doing. Don't worry about it. You know, we got to work on the fans, respect, and give some value, you know, especially to these amazing artists that are extremely talented like you, Ross. Throw them $20, throw them $25, have a cover. People don't even show up if there's a fucking cover anymore, and there's a band there. It's like, how fucking cheap, you know what I mean? Like, I went to the grocery store, spent $200, and I had 2 bags.
Yeah, it's true, man.
You know, yeah. So, I mean, look, you're going out, you're having a good time, you're having a couple of drinks. Make sure, you know, pay your artist.
So I used to say to people, I'd say, so you pay for your coffee, £3, £4, whatever, and you cost you pennies, you don't care where it came from, but you won't pay an artist that spent years in this life refining these things and all this thing. And it's like the difference of nowadays from it. It's just so easy and so accessible. So you have to make it like that and work around it. And
yeah, I saw a really cool meme recently that said, buy living artists' music because the dead ones don't need the money.
I like that. That's a saying.
We got these guys playing right now. He's like starving artists, like, but some of these guys that are dead, they're getting paid, like, you know, their families and the trusts or whatever it's going to. But Yeah, it's funny, man. So we got to get you guys paid, the live ones that are really doing it for us. Bringing us together now. Like.
Yeah, we have to redefine that. I think we just need to have a little bit more respect for artists, like we do for doctors or lawyers or nurses. Thank you for your service.
I mean, there's some music and art is known to heal probably almost as good as some medicine out there. Probably better than a lot of medicine. Like seriously,
yeah, definitely.
Just having that connection.
But I'm all about it, man. I'm all about that frequency.
Why don't we get some frequencies from this guy over here? We were going to
go, baby. Yeah.
So
give us some frequencies, man.
For thousands of years, the Buddhist monks have been meditating on a certain frequency. Now we've turned it into music, and kids take drugs and dance to.
Let's go.
We know the things we say we show. I want the thing they say we know, and people love that sound 'cause they know. For thousands of years we've been dancing to that.
Sit back, relax while we do this now. Where's the bongo? I need that bongo. Where's the bongo?
Here comes the bongo.
And the long one. Go on. We found the bongo.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go. Found the bongo.
I found the bongo. Oh man, Ross, thank you so much, brother. That was absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Nothing but positive vibes, good energy, and nothing but future success. And Cima, all the same to you, my brother. It's been a pleasure having you here. All right, boys, listen, enjoy your night, and stay positive, man. And thank you so much, brother. It was an absolute fucking great hour, bro. An absolute great hour. And I thank you both so much for doing this with me.
I'm Ross Martin. I'm a multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, a beatboxer, street performer, and a drummer. I'm here with the Music District, discovering new music and pioneering music's future in Web3, one broadcast at a time.
Lights just for me. You do just for me. You do just for me. I said I know.